Peoples, Executive Director of Trail Now. Last night I went to the Parish Pub to watch the Warriors play. The Parish Pub is in Aptos Village, about 10 feet from the tracks, and the person sitting next to me, conversation, I said, well, do you know what's going on with the tracks and the train? And he said, yeah, they're putting in a train there. I said, well, you looking forward to that? He said, yeah, I'm looking forward to driving down to Seascape, taking the train downtown. And I said, well, the train doesn't go downtown. It's not till 2040 that the plan is. Why don't you take the bus? He said, no, I'd rather just drive. I said, well, what do you drive? He says, I drive a Tesla. I said, oh, you just bought a Tesla? He said, yeah, I bought a Tesla because it's designed to drive itself. So I'm going to dial in the address I want to go to. The car's going to be in my driveway, and it's going to take me directly there. And I said, well, okay. And he said, well, I don't want to sit at a bus station. I don't want to ride a bus. I want direct service. We basically, as we talked about the viability of his car driving him directly from point A to point B, and he saw that as a value. What we talked about a little more was the likelihood of 60 trains a day traveling through Aptos Village, going 45 miles an hour, 10 feet from Parish Pub. And I said, what would the game be like if we were sitting here and every 15 minutes a train was going by, big multi-ton train traveling by 10 feet? He said, well, that wouldn't work. The building would shake every 15 minutes. Are you kidding me? I said, yeah, virtually Aptos Village will be shut down every 15 minutes because you got this train traveling through. All the cross guards go down. It's really not realistic what we concluded. It was good we had this conversation because he didn't understand. But then I said, well, what could you imagine if it was a world-class continuous trail running along the coast? He says, yeah, that would be great. I said, yeah, you could ride. He says, yeah, but my wife can't ride. She can't walk. I said, well, that's okay. With what the future will be is pedicabs, rickshaws, mobility that don't require fossil fuel engines, doesn't require even electric. So what we came to the conclusion, I'm missing your clock, so I know my time. But anyways, what we concluded was it really wasn't idealistic that a train was going to be traveling along the coastal corridor. I also asked him about Hidden Beach trestle. Did he like Hidden Beach trestles? Because they'll have to tear that trestle down to have 60 trains a day traveling 45 miles an hour. So it's not realistic. And I think it's important for us as community leaders, to be realistic in your expectations of how to improve transportation. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.